Hello, everybody. It is me, Dukect, with a brand new look, as you see here. Last little image, I did a little dabbling on, Paint.net. Thing I downloaded for free. It's like Photoshop, but it's free. So, I really like it. It's nice, Dukect Lounge. Nice little neon light there. It looks nice. Looks good, and hopefully people like it. And if you don't, well, I'll keep tweaking it and make sure it's more presentable. Anyway, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Dukect, live here in the Dukect Lounge. Phone number, if you want to call in, you want to be a part of the show, the number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Now, what a hell of a week, ladies and gentlemen. It has been one heck of a week. Whew. Oh, man. The state of pro wrestling, all the other stuff that happened on last week. I mean, jeez Louise, it's downright crazy. It's what a hell of a week. Some good, some bad, and some a bit, quite honestly, terrible. And let's start off with the terrible news. If you haven't heard already, one of the most interesting and most charismatic and well thought of and kind souls to ever grace the internet, the reviewerverse, or whatever you want to call it. Justin Carmichael, a.k.a. Juario, took his own life last week. And the internet has been a bit of a flurry. It's been a shock because, as you know, he was always nice to me. I never knew him close, very close, like some people who did, close. Who are hurting right now. In fact, the only things I came close to was at MagFest every year. He was always nice to me. He listened to me and, do like wacky little jokes, what have you. I don't remember me mentioning a show to him. If I did, he always says, he always was always nice and laughed at all this stuff. In fact, I still have the camera that I have from MagFest 9, and I saw him. I saw him in MagFest 9 waiting in line, and I was like, gee, why are you waiting in line? I'm like, dude, even you can't get a free pass now? What's up? He's just like, no, I don't can't do that. I just sat talking like 5 minutes, and I just went back and waited in line, and the dude was, again, very kind, nice, and it's a shame that someone such full of life is now gone. It's really sad. Yeah. Oh man. But there is some good news. Very positive news. And the reason why I say there's some good news is that let's see. Put this up. There was actually a fundraiser for originally it was for a fan who wanted to go to Justin's funeral. Originally it was going to have one of his biggest fans to fly Katie to Colorado Springs so he can pay her final respects. But real big ups to her. She asked to donate the money to Justin's wife to pay for the funeral, what have you, and all of the the expenses. It is now that the GoFundMe thing has closed, and you can see this. If you're watching this, you're going to see this. That it has raised well past its goal from $850 to over $13,000. Wow, that is amazing, and it just shows that many people really did love and care for Justin. And, there's hopefully enough for the family members so they don't have to worry about funeral costs and all that stuff. Hopefully they get that burden out of their minds. So, good on you people who donated and and all that good stuff. Great stuff for you guys. You deserve a real pat on the back for it. Okay, I'm going to move on to more of more interesting, back to my silly wrestling and such, because, all right, now, there's been a bit of a buzz, ladies and gentlemen, of pro wrestling this week. CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen, quit the WWE. At first, I thought this was a whole work, another thing from WWE, stupid work shoot angles, which they haven't seemed to have done so. I mean, to me, it's like the latest new crutch for the WWE, via like the evil boss angle or what have you. I always thought it was going to be that this whole thing that they could just run to the ground till people are just so sick and tired of. But now it looks like it might be real, and a lot of people are like asking, why is this happening? And to me, it's shocking. Someone like myself, it's really shocking. It's because honestly, I did not see that coming. And this is on the eve of the WWE Royal Rumble. Besides the first match of the pay-per-view, it was really a dud pay-per-view. I mean, let's be honest. Cena Orton in a very lackluster match. Big Show and Lesnar wasn't really a match, a wasteful date, for Lesnar. I'm not mad at him, though, but it's still stupid on WWE's part. And the Royal Rumble was good for what it was, but they did not seize the opportunity to, A, put Daniel Bryan in there, or B, have Wade Barrett come out and say, yeah, some bad news for it. Like, I have Daniel Bryan's music come out, like, oh, my God, Daniel Bryan. And then Wade Barrett's voice says, you're expecting Daniel Bryan? Well, I got some bad news for you. Seriously, WWE, I thought that up, and so I don't get this. And instead of that, we have Rey Mysterio, and the boos just completely. I've never seen someone got booed that. I mean, what did Rey Mysterio do? Seriously, Internet, IWC, YWC, if you still exist, why is Rey Mysterio such hated when he has not really done any bad matches, has not really done anything negative or said anything negative or did anything like, really terrible in the, what have you, to deserve this hate? What has he done? Please, enlighten me. Enlighten me. What crime did Rey Mysterio did to deserve this much scorn and hatred? The man is definitely Hall of Fame and probably one of the most revolutionary wrestlers in not only from the Attitude Era. I mean, him and all the luchadors doing all these moves in America. I mean, hell, he's one of my WCW. I know he was an ECW, but I always looked at him as a WCW guy. I mean, one of the main reasons why I watched that show until they lost the plot in WCW. And it just, to me, he was always a WCW guy, always a luchador who always had that type of wrestling background. It was just, wow. I mean, the dude always had these great moves, these great everything else. I'm like, why do you hate him? Why? I don't get it. I don't know. But anyway, I did enjoy Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan didn't not get in the Royal Rumble, did crap on the crowd, and Batista got booed too. I know one of my favorites got booed. But I'm hopeful that Batista, even though he looked a bit gassed, I mean, it's like to me, it's like a bicycle. You get back. It takes a while to learn, and hopefully he did sign a contract for 2 years. He's going to relearn. He's going to relearn. He's going to come back. I think he's going to do some really good stuff here. That's my hope. But anyway, a lot of people are saying CM Punk is, that's one of the reasons why CM Punk left. I don't think so. In fact, I think this right here, SB Nation right here, Cage Side Seats, said something very interesting about this whole thing. It's basically this. The lack of pay-per-view payoffs under the WWE network is actually a model that's actually a concern for a lot of wrestlers. They actually reported this, and it's not really being widely reported or talked about, which is a shame because this could have been the main reasons why CM Punk left. And honestly, if that's the case, I wouldn't blame him because, quote, here's the thing. He said right here that CM Punk has mentioned this. Mentioned it may be an issue for him in an interview that was way back in, let's see, it was way back in 2004. No, it was actually this month, actually. It was like it was aired, and here's the link of the, I'll put the interview here, link in the description at MMAfighting.com. And he said this. He says, and I quote, I don't know about whether the network will be good for the wrestling business. I'll tell you when I get my pay-per-view checks because I still don't know what's happening with that. Now, CM Punk is no lower card guy. He's an upper mid-card to a main event player. And if he doesn't know when his checks are coming due, he doesn't know when his money coming through with his pay-per-view buy with the money thing that most wrestlers get their money or what have you. If they don't know their paychecks coming from that, that's a main eventer, then that is terrifying. What about everybody else here? There's a lot of things mysteriously going on here about this whole W Network and the whole thing here. It really is disturbing, and it just does show me, why I really have a bit. It's still a carny business in wrestling, is that they will somehow find a way to screw its wrestlers and such. They will find a way, whether it's WWE doing all this type of stuff, TNA with his Jesse Sorson stuff, what have you, all this stuff that the wrestling industry, and I love it. I love it to death. But to me, it's the carny business right there. It's still up right there, and it makes you just really think that, you know what? Why should I even be a fan of this? Why should I be a fan of an industry that treats its employees like this? I mean, it's sickening. It really is. It's really sickening to see how they to this stuff. And WWE, there's no excuse here. They should pay, and hopefully they'll have this whole thing hashed out. Because now they have full paychecks with the WWE Network. All that money is going to the WWE, and hopefully that filters down to the wrestlers. Because if it doesn't, I really will consider not buying the WWE Network then. If they are going to completely hose the talent, the wrestlers in the ring for the WWE Network, say, oh, well, since the buy rates and such like that, well, they don't really count, so you're going to have to go without pay-per-view paycheck for, 7 or 8 months or what have you. I'm going to be, really pissed off. And I'm like, you know what, why should I even follow a company that way? It just, I know, it just really bothers me. When they say stuff like this, I think from former WWE talent Russ Adams says, and I quote, the word on the street is that the WWE talent is concerned about how their payouts are going to be handled now that the pay-per-view rates are going to go down. Also, the word says that WWE scheduled a talent meeting to address this issue, then canceled it and have yet to reschedule it. That's not an encouraging sign at all. How is this issue not even addressed and taken into consideration during the course of establishing the plan of the network? That was the first thing that I thought of. I'm sure it was the first thing that all the talent thought of. Did WWE just hope that the talent was so job scared that no one was going to bring the issue up? Is that the WWE environment these days? This is exactly why pro wrestlers need a union. Prevent garbage like this. The days of 6- and 7-figure paychecks for WrestleMania are likely gone forever. Oh, how I weep for the future. And when you say statements like this, man, I can't see how I can disagree with that. I mean, this is something you paying your talent should be on the, I mean, not only for the customers who buy it, but what about the in-ring talent, people who want to watch your product? I mean, personally, I don't care for the product, but the guys in the ring busting their ass, doing what they tell, doing all this type of stuff, they deserve to get that paycheck. They deserve to get that money. And now with this whole network thing, and they can't find a way to pay their wrestlers. You saying that they did not careful about it? They just said, we forgot. We forgot to pay the most important thing, the wrestlers, the most important fact, the most important thing to pay our wrestlers, like the guys who do the backbreaking labor for us. No one cares about other corporate and all the other stuff that we do, or what have you. I mean, the other interests. The main draw of the WWE is wrestling, is in that squared circle. And to do basically just a disservice to the guys there who are not even they're not even going to give a reason how to do their paycheck, their money, their life source. It's just really just makes me just piss me off and wonder why I'm a fan to begin with, man. No joke, man. I honestly, seriously, why am I a fan of an industry that does this to its own talent, that basically doesn't even care about them getting paid? It's downright sickening. Anyway, I'm going to take a small little break here. We'll be right back right after this here on the Dukect Lounge. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we are back here live here in the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for listening to me, Dukect. Anyway, if you want to connect to me, Dukect, the phone number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444, and the call ID connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. Well, I'm going to end some little interesting positive notes. TNA has a new investor, and his name is Montel Montañez Porter, MVP, and honestly, I like the move. I actually think it's a good fit for him, and it's something I really liked. In fact, Impact for the most part was really good. I really enjoyed the matches. I loved Storm and Angle. That's that, buddy. I meant to say I love Angle and Joe. That was really good. I love the Storm and Gunner promo. That was actually really good. Well done as well. I like Bad Influence in that match, even though I wish Bad Influence should be winning the tag belts. In fact, I love the fact that the tag belts never really there hasn't been a real storyline with the belts. No one really cares about the tag team titles. And they're actually influencing now tag teams, what have you. So with Abyss and Eric Young, which is interesting. And now you have, look at the spoilers, looks to be really interesting too. Look, TNA is actually finally building a tag division, hopefully. With the Wolves, with bad influence. I think maybe supposedly there might be teasing a beer money type thing. I'm not going to get too many deep into spoilers with that, but you never know. You never, ever know that what's going to really happen. I think I really enjoyed the stuff of the show. I think TNA Impact was very good, and again, I think this is a very positive impact that they should be looking to. I can't wait to see more of this new direction of TNA, which hopefully, I wish it was more like this in Genesis. Again, that's what I'm hopeful for. And that TNA also, and I can't wait for next week because of the Monsters Ball match, which I heard is really good. And I love the full crowd. I love the full crowd, the Impact Zone, whatever, the Impact UK crowd. I love it. I love the fact seeing a full crowd full of happy and very happy fans and the fans that care. And that's the most important thing, that fans that care about what they see in the ring and what have you. It's nice, and hopefully, and my real hope is a Slammiversary we have, like, say, a three-way dance with the TNA title is Rude, Samoa Joe, and Magnus. I think those three can have a great match at Slammiversary, and I'll be actually pretty awesome. I want to hear your thoughts about that in the comments below. Anyway, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I really enjoyed Impact Wrestling. I really did enjoy it. And it was something very positive. And most importantly, there was no Taz. Oh God! It was thank God there was no Taz. Oh, that show was so much better with Jeremy Borash, and also Rockstar Spud. Love him. Dude's just awesome. Love when he's trying to steal up the rules, the Wolves, and got his ass kicked. Seriously, I love this guy. I just love him. Anyway, I did enjoy them. I did enjoy majority of TNA Impact Wrestling. I really did. Still don't really like the bromance though. I don't really care for them. Anyway, that's it for me, Duke CT. It was a very interesting podcast. Hope you like the new look of the thing here. And there's some very interesting stuff coming from the channel as well on my YouTube and Blip when I upload this thing as well. So anyway, thank you so much. And yes, I do know there were some audio issues here. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll try to re-upload this with the stuff here as audio thing at TalkShoe.com, and then I'll then do the video stuff on Blip and Screw Attack and YouTube, what have you. Hopefully that'll be good enough to get some more people to follow me at Duke CT on TalkShoe Alive and such. So anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching the Duke CT Lounge Live podcast. Anyway, this is Duke CT here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.